Bonjour, everyone. Are we sneaking around tonight? Are we looking at little funny signs that say sort of not much and wondering how many millions someone's getting for printing all that? Here we are. Here we are at the Union for State Employees as we bumble about in the dark, but we are illuminated by the state buildings. It's, again, everything is lit up over there quite well. And how is everyone? I hope you're all doing most well. We have more to film, and I'm sorry we're a little behind. We're at the Federation. We're in the Star Trek land, and our electricity went out for several days. It's not even like fully back on yet. It's sort of on. It's sort of on. So we've been living, and it's been raining a lot, and that wasn't even why the electricity went out. But it's been raining a ton. So we're kind of in this other kind of world lately. But I don't know. I remembered a weird incident. I don't know if I can call it an incident that happened a long time ago. And I just wanted to sort of bring it up because it suddenly dawned on me, wow, it's sort of timely. It had happened actually on Thanksgiving. Do you see this? This used to be the Attorney General's building. And then Doc let them all know that that would make a perfect pancake in an earthquake. So the Attorney General moved out. They're in a different building now, and they put somebody else there. Kind of funny, huh? So yeah, Thanksgiving. I was going to school here, but trying to escape, and went to Chicago, and then met some friends there who were going to New York for Thanksgiving. And it just sounded like, cool, that sounds wonderful. Sure, I'll go. And I really missed Friends World College, and I thought I'll go out to that old campus and just knock around on Thanksgiving. So my friends, they kind of went to New York to like go clubbing and stuff. And so they went off to the clubs, and I got on a train on Thanksgiving morning, really. I don't know what time, 10, 11, something, and ended up sitting by a really, really nice, like older, tiny, just talkative and sweet Jewish lady on the train. It was amazing. So we we chatted, and we were on this long train ride, and she suddenly said, please come to my house for Thanksgiving. Please come. And I was like, sure, that sounds great, right? I mean, we're having this great talk. We're having this great time. Why not? So I went out to Friends World College to go out and be there for a few hours before going to this sweet little old Jewish lady's place out from far on Long Island. She had gone in to the city really early to get special Thanksgiving things. So when I got to Friends World, it was completely empty. I mean, Thanksgiving empty. Not even a caretaker, nothing. There was only one stray soul on the entire campus, one person, and I didn't even see him at first for a long time. And he was this really sweet, shy guy, and his name was Iqbal, and I'd never met him before. And I called the lady when it was time to come, and I said, you know, there's one straight person here at the college campus. Can I bring him too? And she said, oh my God, that's wonderful. The more the merrier. I really want a party atmosphere at my house tonight. I was like, great. So along came Iqbal and, you know, the newly met person at Friends World. And we went to their house, and I could see why she invited us. She had 3 sons that all argued with each other. And Iqbal was really good at keeping the peace. And I thought, wow, I'm really glad I brought him. He had this kind of really even, sort of sweet kind of way about him. And I think he just kept things from escalating. And maybe just me being there too, maybe. Not that I did anything amazing. But just like being there. So yeah, the building's gone forever that way. So we ended up having this really great, you know, fun, spontaneous Thanksgiving. And then here, let's walk into the dark. Let's walk into the dark, little guy. So we had this wonderful, spontaneous Thanksgiving. And then we came back. And again, no one else was there. And I was going to just stay there and take the train back in the morning. So Iqbal and I stayed up all night, you know, talking. And finally, you know, that kind of weird intimacy that comes when you're like with a stranger and there's no one else around. He confessed to me. He literally confessed, like I wasn't expecting it. And he told me, you know, do you know why I'm here? Like, I just thought he was a student, but he wasn't. He was being hidden. He was being hidden by the Quakers, and they knew nobody was going to be around. And I was like, oh my God. And then he told me that he had been trained to be a terrorist, like a full-out suicide bomber. And I'm like, wow, right? Like what? Like, huh? And he's like, yeah. And you know, he was like trained to go on some kind of thing, you know. And he even told me his assignment was at a place like, it might have been like an embassy. It was some really like kind of official family, you know, a diplomat. And he said he got really jacked up, you know, they gave him kind of amphetamines, and he went and scoped the place out, and sat in front for several nights. Maybe the official wasn't home, or maybe he was just like scoping it out. I don't remember. Like, I was just so freaked out. Like, here I am alone with a guy, right, who was like a bona fide terrorist, who you know, and he said at the last minute, he saw a child, and I think they're supposed to be like immune to that, immune to children, or immune, you know, but he wasn't. Somehow he wasn't, and he wasn't expecting it. Like, no one had told him there would be children involved. So as he was getting ready to like rush into this place where he'd been hiding behind like the sentry guard box or something, he suddenly freaked out. Like, he saw like a little kid walk by the open door, like coming down the grand staircase, and he felt completely freaked out. First, he felt lied to because no one had brought kids into the equation. It wasn't anything he was thinking about. So here he was having all this fun, fantasizing about, you know, storming into this place and, you know, blowing up this person or whatever. And he hadn't realized that this person had like a 5-year-old little girl at the very least. And so he froze, and then he left, but it's not the kind of thing you can leave. I don't know, maybe it's like The Sopranos or something. Like, you join, you do your assignment, you stay. Like, that's what you do. So, yikes, right? Like, I mean, whoa. So he bolted, but now he was a fugitive from whatever it was. This was back in I think 1982, because it was right after I'd gone to Friends World, but I was still technically at Evergreen. So I didn't even know what these groups were called. I don't know if there was a, whatever. I think he was from Pakistan. I think that the thing going down was maybe in Bombay, Mumbai or something. It's just been so long. But it's just weird to look back on it, because here he ended up just eating pie from this totally sweet Jewish lady and really loving her. The two were hugging at the end, and I just thought that's the kind of story that is completely terrifying, and yet that particular one had a good ending. Oh, there's the kitty that Mankin barks at. He's so rude, and it's such a sweet kitty. Look at that. And she comes up, she wants to be his friend. Many blessings. Many blessings. You are all the best.